Hey YouTube, what's good? What it do, YouTube? Um, hey again, it's me. So yeah, so wait, let me go look at myself. So yeah, so man, so damn. So I guess I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna come from my heart, like dead ass though. Like I'm looking at the skies. Like I never really get to see the skies. Looking at these skies, why like sometimes like whenever you low to the ground, the one advantage of being low to the ground is that you always have the best view of the sky. Like if you really want to see, you really want to see life at a different angle or life at a different perspective. What you gotta do is just you know, lower just a little bit, lower, lower a thing or two. So yeah, so the kid is back. It's your boy. It's your boy back. Um, and like it's really hard to get to me. It's really hard to get to me. However, because like my mind is just boom. My mind has always been powerful. Just let you know that my mind has always been powerful since a little kid. All right. So rat. Okay, rat. So this channel that y'all watching from is was like one of my main channels. This is my main. This is the head channel. It's my main channel. This is where I come and I just talk all of my shit. And when I say talk all of my shit, I mean I really do talk all of my shit here. All right. So I talk all of my shit here. Um, and so I guess I talk all of my shit here. I make my I make my murals here. I make my murals. I make my paintings and everything. I hear. So here's where I sometimes I tell you I give you guys advice on maybe like what you should be doing just based off of today's energies, or just based off what I did in the astral realm a moment two prior before. All right, before that. So but I'm just gonna go for broke. I'm gonna go for broke, or I'm gonna go all the way to the grave. I'm going for broke, or I'm going from the grave out here. I keep it. Here's where I talk. Here we talk the talk. Here I talk. I talk all of that shit that no one else wants to hear ever. I talk all of that shit here. All right. So this part of my head, I know I might be going too much in detail. This part of my head, this is like sometimes I talk about relationships. Sometimes I talk about relationships. Relationships are highly important. If I don't talk about relationships, then you guys in the world is talking about relationships. So, um, damn, that's an introduction. So yeah, so let me get my energy right. For everything. You talk about girls, you talk about not girls. You talk about the opposite sex. You talk about perhaps love interest. We talk about mostly. Actually, we talk about love a lot. Love and love and love and love and love and love and love. You might want to say love is like pictures. Love is like pictures. Love, it can make your life feel or play like a movie. But you know what? I was just really talking to someone about getting out of New York City. Maybe it's time to take a unannounced vacation, little vacation, right? Because why? I'm gonna tell you why. And here's why I need you to help me out with that. I'm gonna tell you why. All right. Reason one, reason number one is reason number one is why I got New York is for growth. Is all this technology,
all this technology, but is this technology gonna be good? Also, how do I see myself applying this technology in the future? Okay. Reason number two, um, of just getting the heck out of Dodge and maybe finding somewhere a little bit more discreet is because it's more discreet, it's more privacy. The people around here, people around me, surrounded by me, they're all bots. If they're not bots, then they're still babies. Um, you know what I mean? Like they're still babies, still trying to find their way. And three is like, on an apocalypse note, there is so little that you can do to actually grow here. To actually grow here, there is so little you can do. I say at best and at most is maybe I can find a, a suitable partner, someone of, the opposite sex, someone who's like the opposite sex of me. That way we can maybe, I don't want to say build a relationship, but I want to say, I want to say like, maybe get like the ground floor of like the first level. Because a relationship is like, like a relationship is like, okay, even though this is the first year that I'm with you, and when I say the first year, I mean, mind you, it's like, this is like, it could be like, like, there's a thing, there's like, you in a relationship, you can have negative years. You can spend negative years with someone in a relationship just based off how the relationship gets off the fucking boat. You know what I mean? Like, so how a relationship takes off, you can actually have negative years being in a relationship. And I know you never even thought about that, but like, like, so if I known you so how long I've known you before us really getting to know each other, and that's one day, can exceed me knowing you, cannot exceed, not even me knowing you, but can exceed like even years. Like, say we grew up together, you live in the building across from me, and and that was like my first memory of you was in second grade. Now say, it's been like 5 years of me seeing you every day, and just one day you so happen, just one day on a Sunday, we're gonna make it on a Sunday because it's the seventh day, just one day on a Sunday you just decide to say hello to me. Now, because you said hello, does that mean I know you? Of course not. But so I mean, of course not, but in a way, yes, because okay, well, now I know it. Now I really know you. But I've known you for negative 5 years. I've known you for like negative 5 years. I'm like 7 years old now, right? So the example was I'm 2 years old. I you know I think, I don't know if I said if I turned 5, but it's been 5 years, you know. And now you think, because you said hi to me now, you think that we're gonna have automatically gonna have another 5 years together. Like, no, I don't see it that way. Like, I may not even talk to you tomorrow. Alright? Just keeping it real. So yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird over here. But I think for someone like me, for what my aspirations is and everything that I wish to do, for someone like me, my aspirations and what I wish to do, you know, a change of scenery, being a little bit more connected with nature, being a little bit more connected with nature would be kind of good. So on another tip, another thing, I just wanted to I just wanted to see what I can do about putting the internet into pieces, putting the internet into the right pieces, you know. So yeah, XY. XY man. XY man, like myself, XY man. I'm gonna get with the XX female. XX female. I don't want no other female in here. I don't want no female at all. I don't want no female that's not an XX female. I mean, not to say, I mean like strictly for relationship wise. For relationship wise, and maybe even business wise. You know what I'm saying? Relationship wise and maybe even business wise. I don't want no other female that's I don't want no other female that's an XY. That's like that's like my worst nightmare. I don't need no XY in my thing, in my safety. You know what I'm saying? So that's just real talk. This is real talk. I'm good on the XYs. And yeah, and what are we gonna talk about? So the future. The future, how I see it, man. Shit, did you catch my last video? Shit, the future is crazy. They said that there's a 50% drop in business ever since Corona came. That was 3 months ago. 50% drop in business since Corona came. I'm really worried because I'm just really worried out here because they took away my only source of making money. Again, like I had a bicycle, I had the apps, and now it's like the apps is not even enough to pay for your fucking phone bill, which is like ridiculous. And even though nothing costs money, nothing costs money. Say if I want to get something, I can get it so that way I don't have to pay. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't want to pay. I might actually want to pay because something might actually contradict or take a right turn on my beliefs. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? What I believe in, what I hold dear to me as a man. So, I'm sorry I don't got nothing cool to show you all. However, I'm just coming today because I wanted to really just get this off my chest. I want to get this off my chest and give an update. Let you know what's happening in the astral realm. These cowards are scared. Everywhere I go, man, these cowards are scared. Everywhere I go, these cowards are scared. Everywhere I go, I see people looking at me with a little bit of hate in their eyes. Why you hate me for? Cause I got a place to live. You know what I mean? These low stupid niggas is mad because I have a place to live and I have a place where I can eat and sleep. And they out here eating and sleeping on the streets. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but if you 50 years old and you ain't got a place to stay, you ain't got a place where you can live, just because this community is a little bit more elderly, than the other community, like, do you know, like, this is, aside from it being really expensive, this is like the lowest amount of money you can have and still be in Manhattan. Like, you know what I mean? This is like the littlest amount of money. Like, a lot of niggas is damn near living for free. A lot of people don't know this. But at the same time, it's because they chose to be surrounded with niggas who are so low vibrationally. They are so low vibrationally that it actually paved the way for them to survive. You see what I'm saying? It's not that, and. See what I'm saying? Like, it's not that you should, people shouldn't, it's not that you should be living like this. No, no one should be living like this. Now there's a way for people to survive because we have to finish now. You know what I mean? We damn near at the end of it. Like, no. If you don't have a place to sleep, your answer is not, and I mean, like, in real life, your answer is not to ask, okay, let me ask this guy, can I get a place to sleep? Like, no, you're supposed to motherfucking build a house. You're supposed to build you a fucking house. You're supposed to be able to make a fucking house. Be able to make a shelter for yourself. Now, the reason why a man can't do that on his own is because he has, other obligations. Look, if you here by yourself, and I mean, like, no one's here by themselves, but let's just say, let's just say your name is Wilson. If you're here by yourself, you have no other fucking choice. You don't have no you have no stupid ass job. You don't have the fucking, the organization on the corners that feeds you every fucking morning and lunch. It feeds you the dumbass food, give you these dumbass meals. You don't have that. Like, and then what are you doing accepting this shit? You don't have a fucking home. You need to find a fucking home. Like, you need to find a fucking home. You can make a house. You can petition for a house. You can write a house. You can write a novel that's gonna buy you a house, talking about how much you want a house. Like, you know how many things I could think of doing? You know what I'm saying? But we all just strive to be like everyone else, strive to be low vibrational, strive to be in the same exact seat where everyone else is sat, instead of looking for new seats for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would really inspire me. It would really inspire me to see someone actually coming up with a solution to the problems that they had every fucking day. But it's because, and here's the reason why, we would have shit like that, like Occupy Wall Street. We would have a shit like that if not for those certain individuals who come around just to show, just to make shit worse, just to increase. And this is a real nigga trick, right? A real nigga trick on how to increase your value. How you increase your value is by having something that someone wants, seeing something else that you want to discard or throw away. Do that, discard and throw away of it, and then give that person what they want, right? They're basically making your hand a short hand, and they're making their hand a long hand. And I had someone who was like that. But the thing is about the long hand is that once you know how the long hand operates, you can just become the long hand. So when you have a fuck nigga who's already like minuscule and already unimportant, you got someone like that, and basically, what was I getting ready to say? You got something like that. It's basically, they're like a double, like they're basically like a double long hand. Like, you can, or like a long hand plus, why is that holding you back? Like, I'm gonna be honest with my example. Because I'll even tell him the same thing. I'll be like, yo, instead of giving me weed that you need to sell, why not just help me grow? Why does it help me grow? And we had a space, everything. Never, nothing ever came out of it. Now the space is gone. You see what I'm saying? Now the space is gone over. Well, it's gone over dumb shit. It's gone over dumb little squabbling. Like, this is why I need us to understand. We gotta stop doing dumb shit. We gotta stop doing dumb shit. We need to do smart things. Smart things. Make smart decisions. Do smart things with ourselves, with our time and our money, because all of those things are limited resources. Don't matter how you feel, no matter how good you feel when you get them. Because after you done that, you guess what? You just completed a whole entire circle. Meaning that you're no smart, which means that the knowledge you gain in a circle is very finite. It's very finite. The knowledge you gain from completing a circle is not even really knowledge. It's just a collection of experiences that simulates a day. Or sometimes you'll see day in a virtual reality, of that, of that process. But that process is not making you stronger. Is learning how to be patient a strength? You know what I mean? These aren't really strength. These aren't really real strengths. Because when when you're waiting and you're not getting paid for it, then you're just, what do you know what I mean? So with that said, I spent today learning snake fighting style. I want to tell you about this fighting style I learned today. Today I learned the snake fighting style. And it's super good because the snake is an animal with majority of his body is on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the snake's body is on the ground. So with this fighting style, you will see it. Hold on. Yeah. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this fighting style is really cool because you get to have a low center of gravity, right? And you can always work on any of your flaws, your weaknesses, right? Right? So, as you notice right now, I have my entire body on the floor, but, as this gets stronger, this is actually going to help me lift, right? So I'm practicing both of them sides. You know what I'm saying? Practicing. And that was my offensive stance. And this is my defensive stance. And on my defensive stance, I have different muscles. On my defensive stance. So it's teaching me a little bit more about my body. But yeah, that's all I have for you right now. I was training earlier, and maybe I will show you more if you liked it. Leave a comment, let me know what you think.